Hi there, this is Kevin from Roguedeckbuilder.com. Apologize for my voice, I am a little bit sick. This is draft number 1, Theros. We are on the play. Yes, we'd like to play first in an aggro deck. Keepable hand, we got our bomb. We have our Wingstead Rider. No, we'd not like to mulligan. And we have a way to protect him. So we'll go ahead and drop a plains here and pass the turn to him. Not the most aggressive. And we're not really an aggro deck. We're more of an aggro mid-range deck. I didn't go as aggro as I thought I was going to be. We didn't get like the lightning strikes and whatnot. So Dauntless Assault, this is looking good. We need another card to enable this heroic on 2 guys. But I mean, this is going to make my guy 5/5 for 1 turn. All right, so this forest is now. He's mana fixing, but that kind of slows him down. That draws a card too, right? Not a bad card whatsoever. So here comes our Wingstead Rider. Next turn we have the 100-handed 1, which is a 3/5 Vigilance Beater for 4, which is going to be awesome because we can Dauntless Assault it, put a counter on it, hit for 5. We could probably hit for 10 damage next, or the turn after that. Hopefully no Reach guy comes down. Kind of want to keep up a mana for this God's Willing. The removal in this format is a little bit awkward. Black doesn't have like the greatest single target removal besides the rare, the murder. Alright, he's ramping like crazy. And there's another Dauntless Onslaught. Now we need another heroic dude to really make it worth it. So I'm going to go ahead here and attack with a Wingstead Rider. First blood in Theros. Woohoo! He's down to an 18. And 1 more mana and we have the monstrosity. On the 100-handed 1. And double Dauntless Onslaught though. I mean, this could just be a two-turn kill depending on what he has. I mean, we can give our dude protection if he gets out of a blocker. Give him +1/+1, then give them both +2/+2. Yeah, he's got to find. I mean, he can ramp like crazy here, though. Jeez, Mr. Fixer. Might just be a little bit too slow for an aggro deck, though. Even though he could definitely ramp into. Well, he'd have to drop land. He could ramp into a 5-drop here. So I guess not ramping is as much as I thought. These don't ramp. They just make it every basic land type. That's a good one. It's going to save him some damage. And that was a best top deck ever. Because we can tap this, eat on down. Nice. That's awesome. Yes, we'd like to use this ability. And now we'd like to you. And he is down to an 8. How's that for aggro? And we got a 3/3 rider now. And depending on what he plays, this next turn I can actually give my guy protection from black and attack with him. Or whichever one's going blocked, I can do 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's 8 damage for sure. So too bad I didn't get any sort of lightning strikes or magma jets or whatnot in this deck. This deck would have been awesome. But he's still in a pretty tough position here. He missed his land drop. He's missed 2 land drops if he doesn't have one this turn. And I don't think there's much he can do, especially if he has to tap his dude. Yeah. So regardless of what he plays here, if he kills my 3/3, okay, it enters the battlefield, reveals number of cards equal to devotion to black. Okay, so he can get rid of the Dauntless Onslaught. So he's okay actually. And he's still on a fast clock here with the. He just decides to scoop. He wasn't dead. He wasn't even close to dead. Oh well. All right, we'll go on to the sideboard. I think since he is a ramp deck, that this. Well, he's got those enchantments. Ray of Dissolution might be good in this deck, but I'm thinking this Potent of Betrayal, if he's a ramp deck, needs to come in. And again, I don't think this. We have double enchant removal right here. I don't think it needs to come in. And this guy's pretty good for aggressive. I don't think we need to worry about life, so neither one of these needs to come in. Again, those aren't that great. I mean, I really want to play this Daxos of Meletis, and I think I could actually go that route, but I think I'm going to get rid of maybe this Gift of Immortality seems too good not to play. Maybe a Skull Cleaver on the draw. We'll call that good. Looks like we're going to be mulliganing here. And, ooh. This is another mulligan, unfortunately. And I guess we have to keep this. Fortunately, this is how Magic goes sometimes. But we draw any land, we're okay. We got two 2-drops that we can actually play. And there we go. Decent. And that is a bomb card. Under the Gift of Immortality. And he looks like he's stuck on just black mana. Okay. There goes my card. So we need to draw into some lands here. One more land and we're fine. We can put a Gift of Immortality on a Wingsteed Rider, and that's actually pretty good. And I really am, I think, going to go as aggressive as possible next game. I'll bring in the 2/3 Minotaur and the 4/2 Minotaur and cut out some of these bigger drops, as I want to kill him before he stabilizes. And that is horrible for me. He's going to get rid of the Wingsteed Rider. Oh, I have to, okay. Choose one of those cards that players, okay. So I have to reveal 3 cards. So 1, 2, 3. I'll reveal those 3. I didn't read what this said. I reveal that many number of cards. Okay. So you can't get rid of my Wingstead here. Hundred-handed one goes in the graveyard. See if we get a land. There we go. Now we're good. It's gonna be very difficult for him to deal with this card. Well, one more mana, he can just do 3 damage to it. But Gift of Immortality actually, in response to him casting it, Captain Gift of Immortality, he can just kill it. But he's just gonna kill it right now. All right. So I'm not quite dead yet. Looks like my opponent's getting a little bit mana flooded, and he only gets to do 2 damage per turn. So let's hope for land. Not a land, but we'll get the Hoplite out. They can block his 1/3. I could actually block his 1/1 if I wanted to, but hopefully I get a Gift of Immortality on it. All right, that's another disciple. So I'm sure he'll take the Gift of Immortality here. But again, we're both down to top deck mode as 2 cards, 2 cards. And the board is quite stalled here. Well, that's a card for later on. Getting closer now to casting that Evangel. And at this point, geez, I kind of want to kill off one, but I want to use this as more of a kill spell. And that's something at least I can cast. Okay. Uh-oh. That's going to be a problematic card for me to deal with. Oh, I get to choose the attacking and blocking creature. Let's get rid of this dude. Now we can actually... I'm going to take out this 3/3. And scry, and hopefully, if it's not a land, I'll probably put on the bottom, because we need some chump blockers. Put on top. Yeah, put on top is fine. So next turn, I'm going to be able to get out a bunch of 2/2s, or 1/1s. And he's going to be able to equip that to at least get in 2 damage per turn. No, he's going to put out a 0/6. It's going to be taking 3 here. But I get 3 1/1s. And I should have this. I mean, his deck isn't too scary besides that Mold of 5. No clue what he has in his hand. I mean, all he's got to really do is start equipping, giving stuff haste. Might want to bring in that Destroy Artifact guy, actually, if he's got this many artifacts. So I'll probably cut some lands. Alright, so as far as blockers are concerned, there, and here for now. And I'll lose a token. Unless he has something in his hand. But I take no damage. Oh, he's a 1/3. Oops. that was pretty silly of me. Whoops. I was thinking for some reason a 1/2. Alright, so should have blocked another soldier token there. My bad. And now we get another plains. That's not good. And it's just a couple of turns when he gets smart and actually equips his feather sandals on a creature. There he goes. So I'm on a couple turn clock here. I don't think I have anything with flying or reach in this deck. All right, we're going to go on to game number 2 or 3. Nothing I can do with here. Just started getting mana flooded at the end there. So I think I'm going to go as aggressive as possible versus him. And he didn't seem like he had much flyers either. These Fleet Feather Sandals might be decent. Flying and haste. It turns all of my stuff into threats. I don't know if I like it that much. I definitely want this Deathbell Raider in here. And this other. I want to go very, very quick. And this is good versus his 0/6 I know he has now. And so the cards that I don't see much enchantments that are worth removing. I'm going to get rid of the Priest of Eros. And I'm actually going to bring in another mountain now that I have a double. No, because we have so many double whites. I don't think that that's worth it. And we need to get rid of one card. Maybe this Gift of Immortality is actually not that great. It's a little bit slow. Everything else in here is fine. So we're going to go like this, and hopefully we just overwhelm him as quickly as possible. I kind of want to put in these sandals as it... Yeah, I don't think so. I got these 4 flyers right here. I don't think that it's necessary to put the sandals in them. Sandals good for like bigger creatures, not for the smaller stuff. And we're just going to hope not to get mana screwed this time. And have to mold a 5 like we did last turn. I think we have this game. So I'm going to submit this away. And pray for a good hand. And that is a great hand. Well, it's a decent hand. No, we'd not like to mulligan. We're a little bit mana flooded. And then with the wrong type of mana. So it's going to be the Snare Caster. No land. And we get a land. All right, I am going to play the Snare Caster to put some pressure on him. He's probably going to use that little enchantment that draws a card. Yep. So we're going to get it for 2. And if we just don't get mana flooded here, we should be okay. Ugh. All right, well, hate losing this way, but that is magic. And I did keep a 4-lander hand. So, you know, I've no one to blame myself for that. But, I mean, we have 11 lands but left in our deck. And hopefully we don't draw any more the rest of the game. Now he's mana screwed. So I might actually give my guy protection. Nope, he decides not to block. I said I might actually give him protection. I'm hoping he throws down an artifact this turn, and then I can kill it with this Wild Celebrants. But it doesn't look like... So Viper's Kiss. You know what? I am going to give my guy protection from black until end of turn. Oops. And put this on top, because that's a great card. I get to scry with that, God's willing. That is right. And again, I'll attack away with this. Little unlucky that he got stuck on 2. But, I mean, it's the game for game. I got screwed last game. He's getting screwed this game. And I do believe that I just go ahead and chuck this out. That's a 5-3 beater. Now watch him throw an artifact down. Watch him throw that 6. Casting cost. Because this puts him on a pretty fast clock. Next turn we get Evangel of Hilo that at least put out a bunch of 1/1s. Well, now it's a 4-2. There's Annex and Cymede. Now, I think that it might actually be worth it to just throw out the Annex and Cymede first. Nah. I don't think he can come back from this, even if he begins to cast a lot of creatures. He's down to 12, and I've got this Evangel. It's going to put out some 1/1s. And that's going to be able to block my Wild Cerberus, which is okay with me. Because I'll be able to get in for 3. I don't think I'll keep my guy alive. I might. I think it's... But the Annex and Cymede, this is just crazy good with. Because it gives all my guys +1/+1 trample, and I win the next turn. Basically, no matter what he does. So I'm just going to attack him with everything. Do 3 damage to him. Unless I get another heroic card here, which I don't. Or maybe I just don't attack with anything. No, I think getting in for 3 is the right play. He's down to a 9. And next turn, he should be dead. If he can, unless he can kill this Annex and Cymede. But first strike, vigilance. Whenever I cast a spell, it targets it. Now he's getting his land, so he could cast that card now, the scry card, or the card that gets a card out of my hand. Put player to 4 cards of his library into his graveyard. All right, that's fine with me. Doesn't do much. So, yeah, this definitely this next. See, it's gonna be 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. If he blocks, nope, I'll have trample. Okay, so sweet. I think he's dead, no matter what he does. See if we get another heroic card just in case. Nope, we get a plains. So we'll swing away here. He'll block my Annex and Cymede. There and there's fine. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 goes through. And he's a -1. Not bad. So we win our first match. This is Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.